Hi, welcome to the channel. I've had this model now for at least 2 months and I'm still not able to play it with all its full rules. It's quite frustrating. So let's take a look at the new rules that have been showcased. We've already seen some of this in previous reveals. 360 point model, movement 12, weapon skill and ballistic skill 2+, strength 8, toughness 7, got 16 wounds, 6+ armor save, but importantly a 4+ invuln. Now the particularly impressive thing about this model is how difficult it's going to be to kill. So along with that invuln, it's also got a -1 to hit and to wound, and you can't re-roll any hits against him. We'll see shortly some of the abilities that have been announced, and they make him even stronger. The impressive Blade of Shadows has some good stats for melee. You've got the anti-infantry mode, 12 attacks, or you've got the heavy hitting mode. Now this is amazing because it's strength 12, -4 AP, D3 +3 damage, and the most impressive bit is you can't save with an invuln. It's pretty much guaranteed to deal massive damage and kill whatever it's up against. So moving on to his buffs, and these are really strong. So when he's your warlord, he has to take this trait, which is called the Shadow Lord, and it lets you select one unit within 9, and you can re-roll hit rolls. And stick around to the end as I reveal just how good these buffs get. He has the Dark Master 6-inch aura ability, which gives re-roll hits of 1 out to anyone who's close to him. And we can see a new keyword, the Disciples of Be'lakor, being featured in all these rules. So this indicates one feature that's coming out with the Charadon book, and it'd be really interesting to see how many Chaos units are going to get this keyword. They previewed some psychic powers, of which he can deal 2. There's likely to be 6 available to him, but here's the 3 they've shown. They've got Void Slivers at a warp charge of 5. It's not particularly strong. I'll probably still use Smite instead, where you choose a unit within 12 inch and deal some damage to it. You can also draw a straight line between yourself and the unit and deal damage to anything in between, a bit like Mortarian's Lantern. It's 1 mortal wound or D3 if the unit's got 11 or more models. The next one is the Betraying Shades, warp charge of 6. Again, not massively better than Smite, but actually quite a complicated ability. I actually wonder who's ever going to bother working this one out. Essentially, you choose a unit with an 18 and then select 6 models from that unit, add up all the attacks characteristics, then roll a dice for each of those. On 6s, it deals 1 mortal wound. So as an example, take an Assault Intercessor squad, you'd select the Sergeant and 5 others, so that's a total of 13 attacks that they can do, which means you get 13 dice. And then you roll off and see what you'll get. If the unit has 11 or more wounds, it's actually going to go off on a 5+ rather than a 6. The last one is Wreathed in Shades, which is pretty good. And a warp charge of 7, you select 1 friendly unit this time within 12 inches, and that unit cannot be selected for attacks. The caveat is, unless it's the closest unit or within 12. But essentially what it's going to do is give immunity to one of your units from shooting. The final part of reveal is a stratagem, the Blessing of Be'lakor for 2 CP. Really strong. It allows you to change the damage of 1 failed save to 0. I did say I was going to reveal something particularly exciting about all the buffs. Now the stratagem can only be used on units with the keyword Disciples of Be'lakor. And since it says you can use it on himself, that gives us a really strong indication that he himself will have Disciples of Be'lakor. The important bit about that is he can benefit from his own aura of reroll hits of 1. And even better, he can select himself for his Warlord trait ability and reroll all his hits. I hope you're as excited as I am about being able to use this model pretty soon. Drop us a like to support the channel, and see you again soon. Bye.